Every night, the village of Burhanpur enforces a total, terrified lockdown. As the sun sets, supernatural entities known as the Nishir Molo emerge from the darkness, forcing the locals to barricade their doors and pray for sunrise. Banishing these creatures requires two conditions. The Nishir Molo demand the physical remains of King Vishwajit, handed over by his daughter, Princess Meghalaya. But the king died in exile 4 centuries ago, his resting place unrecorded, and the princess is long gone. Burhanpur is locked in a stalemate. The village pays a daily, terrifying toll for a historical debt that the laws of biology and time dictate can never be repaid. To break the cycle, 3 outsiders, Meghna, Ishita, and Anuj, begin digging into the past. They consult a local history professor to track the final movements of the exiled king. Their investigation takes a turn when Meghna begins experiencing vivid, inherited memories. She realizes she is the literal reincarnation of Princess Meghalaya, carrying the royal authority needed to satisfy the curse. Professor Naveen's records point toward the Janakpuri forest. They reveal that 4 centuries ago, King Vishwajit was never given a proper burial. Instead, his coffin was hidden inside a cave that has since vanished from modern maps. Meghna's presence creates a loophole in the ancient rules. What was once an impossible paradox is now a physical mission. Enter the Janakpuri forest, find the 400-year-old coffin, and bring it back. The Janakpuri cave is a world untouched for centuries. As the group pushes into the darkness, their torches illuminate floor-to-ceiling piles of animal skeletons and ancient debris. The cave reacts almost immediately to their intrusion. The ground begins to shake violently as a massive swarm of black spiders floods the cavern, surging across the rocks toward them. Deep within the cave, they find the source of the supernatural disturbance. A heavy, rhythmic booming sound echoes from inside the wooden casket, as if something is striking the lid from the inside. The team is now moving an active, thumping, supernatural payload through the woods, carrying the very thing that could either save Burhanpur or destroy it. Night falls as they reach the village. While the locals barricade themselves indoors, Meghna stands her ground by the village well as the heavy footsteps of the Nishir Molo draw closer. The exchange nearly fails as the coffin begins to glow with a strange energy, physically pulling Meghna toward it just as the entities arrive. Stepping forward, Meghna invokes her past life. She declares herself Princess Meghalaya and formally offers the coffin to the entities. As she speaks, the wooden lid of the coffin bursts open. A blinding golden light spills across the clearing as the king's remains are pulled toward the Nishir Molo, settling finally within their own vessel. The debt is satisfied. With the 400-year-old contract finally fulfilled, the Nishir Molo abandon their hunt and retreat silently toward the graveyard. The next morning, the village doors stay open. For the first time in centuries, the people of Burhanpur gather in the square to see the 3 outsiders off as heroes. Meghna and Ishita board a bus headed back to the city, leaving the cursed village and its history behind. As the bus pulls away, Meghna looks down at the vial of Mrityunjayamrit in her hand. She may be leaving the village, but she is taking its most dangerous secret with her. But that secret comes at a price. Back at the Janakpuri forest, the environment has violently destabilized, with severe storms tearing through the area and lightning repeatedly striking the cave entrance. A delicate magical equilibrium kept this cave sealed. Forcefully extracting the king's coffin meant severing one of the primary anchor points, causing the entire web of protection to unravel and the dark mass within to expand. Without that seal, the deep interior of the cave gives way. A second, hidden coffin, one that had been suppressed for centuries, violently bursts open. From inside, an ancient entity named Damayanti emerges. Armed with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp claws, she awakens with a maniacal laugh, fully aware of her new freedom. The heroes solved Burhanpur's crisis, but the cost was an unintended transaction. They paid off a known historical ghost, only to unleash an entirely unpredictable ancient evil.